We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men and women were created equal.
Hey, no.
No way. Women are stupid.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. We do all of this work, we cook, we clean, we do everything for the men, and we're stuck at this place all day long. We're not allowed to go anywhere. We can't voice our opinions. It's just ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Yes, we deserve the right to voice our opinions. We do more work than them combined.
I know.
What's with this foulness?
It's time for a change.
It is.
I feel like in our society, women should have the same rights as men because we're equal to men. Women are the reason men can come home every day to a well-kept house, children that are well-behaved, children at all, food on the table. I mean, think about it. Ladies out there, your husbands, do they cook for themselves? No, the women cook for the men. We do all of this work and we don't even have the opportunity to have a title for a job. We can't vote. We have no say in our government, no say in our education, no say in our occupations. My thoughts when I was writing the Declaration of Sentiments were I based it off the Declaration of Independence, in that in the Declaration of Independence, it gave men all of these rights in America. And I felt like women should have these rights too, because women should be equal to men. So I manipulated it to include women.
I'm so sick of this. I want to go to school to get my own education so I can depend on myself and I don't have to depend on my stupid husband.
No, it's not fair. I just feel so dumb, just so useless compared to him. All because he has the right to go to school and I don't. I'm just stuck at home watching the children all day. All I have to do is clean, and I just wish I had the right to go to school.
I know, all we do is sit at home and we clean, we watch the kids, we wash the dishes, we wash the clothes, and we don't even get our own title of a job. I have to work on the farm with my lazy husband whenever he tells me to. Why can't I do what I want? When do I have the time to do what I want to do?
We have to do something about this.
We really do.
In the beginning, I was a school teacher and I only made $110 a year, which is significantly less than what the average man teacher made, which isn't fair to me. That did not seem fair to me at all. So my good friend Amelia Bloomer introduced me to a woman named Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and together we started a convention and we started an association that was for women's rights. And together we created the Reader, and we were all about getting women equal rights to men. Men have their rights and no less, and women have their rights and no more. My involvement with the 13th Amendment was me and a good friend of mine named Elizabeth Cady Stanton. We worked together with the Northerners and the Republicans to try to pass the 13th Amendment, so for the anti-slavery. And with helping them, we believed that they would give us women the right to vote since we assisted them, but they rejected us, and it was a great disappointment, and since then on, we've been fighting for women's rights to vote.
I mean, something's got to change, right?
Yeah, I agree. We need to do something about this ridiculousness of this.
Right? I should write it down on paper, share it unto the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Women stay at home all day and they help their families, they help their husbands. They're not allowed to express their emotions because they're taught to be this demure symbol of society, who's just like basically a servant towards men. And we deserve the same rights as them. Like, we deserve the same education, the same opportunities as them, because we basically are their equals in society. My husband, James Madden, and I are both Quakers, and he's a Quaker minister. He goes all over the country and he preaches about the evils of slavery. And so I also became involved in that. I formed the Philadelphia Anti-Slavery Convention. And then eventually I became a teacher. And when I became a teacher, I noticed that there was a large wage disparity between women teachers and male teachers, the male counterparts. And so I thought that women should have the same wages for doing the same job. And as I began to gain some more supporters for that, it branched out into the whole of women's rights. And so I became involved with influences such as Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and we formed the Seneca Falls Convention. Today, we join together to fight for the rights of women. Elizabeth Cady Stanton and I formed this convention in Seneca Falls in order for us to be prepared to do so. Women deserve the same rights as men. We deserve to have the same jobs, the same votes, and the same education, same opportunities as them in life as they so lavishly enjoy at our expense. We deserve to not be repressed anymore. And now Elizabeth Cady Stanton will read the Declaration of Sentiments.
All right, everyone. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men and women are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are instituted, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Firmly relying upon the final triumph of the right and the true, we do this day affix our signatures to this declaration.
Women's rights, women's rights, women's rights, women's rights, women's rights, women's rights, women's rights.
Look at those women trying to get rights. It's so weird.
I know, they're never gonna get them.
They're never gonna get those rights. It's just crazy. They should just leave. Leave. Please. Go away.
Think about it. They don't even deserve their rights.
Yeah, they're so stupid. Well, the women aren't very smart. They're only made to do what men want them to do. The Bible even calls for separation of men and women. Like Eve, she really screwed some stuff up in the beginning there. Like Dog's Day. I'm sorry, she's also a woman. She's not very good at doing what you want her to do. So they're also really good at making stuff like sandwiches. The service here is really slow. Hurry it up. And corn. Corn is delicious. Women and sandwiches go together, not women and rights.
So Elizabeth, I feel like the National Women's Suffrage Association that we've had running for a couple of years, I think it's time to form with another.
You sure about that, Susan?
Yeah, I think the American Women's Suffrage Association has done a really good job with their women's rights campaign as well. I think we need to turn it into one.
That sounds like a great idea, working with other people who have our same views.
Yeah, exactly. And I think we should call it the National American Women's Suffrage Association.
Yeah, that's great. Just merge the two names.
No, it's simple. And we can just go state to state and we can all campaign together to try to get us voting rights.
That sounds like a fantastic plan.
All right.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
I think that women should have the same rights as men because my wife contributes to the family just as much as I do. She always has a hot dinner ready for me, she takes care of the kids, and she always entertains my business partners and my friends, so I think she should have an equal say and have rights to vote. Yes, I am the one that earns the money on the family for her to be able to do that, but the only reason that I'm the one earning the money is that she is not able to get an education. She's just as intelligent as any other man, but she doesn't have the opportunity to get an education. I think she deserves that.
We too often bind ourselves by authority rather than absolute truth.
The 19th Amendment has been officially added to the Constitution, thus giving women the right to vote.
Yeah!
It was we the people, not we the white male citizens, nor yet we, the male citizens, but we the whole people, who formed the Union.